The thought of warm weather just sounds pretty dreamy right about now. But what does thinking about summer do for you? And are you excited about all that's to come? Or do you start to feel a little uneasy because summer is normally could be a tough spot for you. It could create, that cash flow roller coaster. It might not be everything that you wanted it to be. So in this week's episode, I'm going to dive into exactly what you should be doing right now to ensure that your summer is a huge success. If you're joining me, say, hey, Erin, what's up? Let me know that you're here. I always want to know who is with me as I jump on live every single week. And if you've stumbled upon us somehow, I'm Erin Bird, and I support dance studio owners and educators to really grow their businesses without the burnout, the overwhelm, or sacrificing their personal life. You can have the business and the life you so desire. It doesn't have to be one or the other. You can have both. So if you're joining me, say, hey, 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 I want to know that you're here. And, let me get in here. Good morning, Brooke. Good morning. Good morning. It is a good morning. It is a rainy morning here, but we are already thinking about summer over here in our camp. So, my friends, if you come in on the replay, we want to know that as well. So just drop a little hashtag replay and we will continue the conversation. Now, we love to learn out loud around here. What does that mean? That means when you have that little, aha moment, a little nugget, just drop it in the chat, put it down, because what that does is it anchors in that idea for you. And it helps those people who are coming back in. They're like, I should pay attention around, the 4 minute and 52-second mark because whatever she shared there resonated with this person. So it really is great for you and for others to really get in those comments. And as you're having those little ahas, those nuggets, or, maybe it's something you need to do, but you're like, I've been putting it off. Drop it in there as well. And if you'd like a copy of today's show notes, just drop the word show notes below and we will get those to you as well. So, my friends, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Summer success actually starts right now. And I understand that it's January. And it feels like summer is so far away. And Erin, I still have recital. I've still got competition season. There's so many more other things that, pull my attention before we get to summer. And I totally get it. But if we want our summer to be successful, we actually need to do some things right now. And so we're going to dive into a few of those things this morning with a ... because knowing that there is more still to do. But we're going to start out with the three things. These are the three things you should be doing right now to make sure your summer is a success. Oh my gosh, a success. These are the... my words not coming out yet. I'm going to try that again. These are the top 3 things that you should do for your summer to be a success. Now, it starts right now, and it starts with planning. And this is sometimes where we fail as studio owners, is we actually do the opposite of this. But this should be priority number 1. Priority number 1 is, what do you want for you this summer? What do you want for you? If you're like, you know what? Every summer I do everything all on my own because, enrollment's low. And so I just do it, but then I'm burnt out by the time fall comes around and I feel like I never get caught up. And right, then what do you want for you? Do you not want to teach at all? I literally just had a conversation with one of my private coaching clients, and she had said, like, Erin, I'm getting everything ready like we do for summer. And I started to plug myself in to teaching some camps. And I realized that I actually don't want to be held responsible for a certain time slot. Now, if I need to be, I'm okay with subbing. I'm okay with filling in if something comes up. But the reality is I actually don't want to be on the schedule. I'm like, yes, right? Like she recognized that. So what did she started to pull herself off of it? And because she wanted to be kind of like fully present for her kids while her kids are off this summer. There is nothing wrong with that. But we have to start with, what do you want for you? What do you want your role to be in the equation? And really, it's about being intentional. It's about being intentional about what it is you want. This is how we create the life that we so desire, is by putting us first. Dare I say it? Putting us first. Because guess what? It's our business. We get to decide. We get to decide because it's our business. Okay? And yes, you get to decide, what is it that you want for you? That's number one. What do you want for you this summer? And really get clear. So drop in the comments below, what do you want for you this summer? What do you want for you? I will share with y'all that for me personally, I'm running multiple businesses, and which is a little bit of a juggling act sometimes. But what I'm very clear about is that we have defined in my master calendar and with our teams, hey, guess what? Erin's going to be gone for 2 weeks with her family at the beginning of summer. Erin's going to be gone for this over here, right? Like I'm very clear. I want to make sure that I'm with my family and what makes sense. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's a work in progress. What is my big goal? I'm going to say it. I know it's scary, but I'm going to share this, guys. My big goal is for summer 2025 to basically take off the whole summer, except for a few industry conferences. But my big goal is to take pretty much the entire summer 2025 off. And every year I'm getting closer to taking the summers off. It's a work in progress, not perfection. That being said, that's my big goal. And I'm on my way. I'm almost there. Almost there. Okay, anyway, y'all, but not teach a single summer camp. Yes, right? What are your goals for this summer? What do you want for you? And start with that. Then I truly believe the next thing that we need to do after we've defined what we want for ourselves is this next step. Let me go ahead. Let's see. I want Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays off, and to be off June 2nd through 16th, and maybe the first week of August too. Love it. Now I'm going to say this. If you want it, declare it now. Make the decision. If you want the first week of August off, make the decision. You get to decide. Yes, Cassie, I'm ready for it, right? Now, I have to tell you that it's been little by little. And as I reach new levels, and this is going to happen, you guys, every time you're in business and you've reached a new level of success, I say there's new levels, new devils, right? So I can tell you that 10 years ago, a decade ago, I actually did take summers off. I did. Good morning, Christy. I did take mornings off, mornings off. Now I'm like crossing the two. I did take summers off a decade ago. And then I made the decision that I was going to scale my business, and which required me to kind of reinsert myself during the summer to make sure that I wanted certain things to happen. It was the trade-off though, right? And so now I'm working back out of working summers. So, but it's been a process because of that little pandemic thing that we had. But anyway, that being said, right? So what do we need to do? So the first thing, going back real quick, the first thing we need to do is we need to decide, what do you want for you this summer? That is our jumping off point. Then step two is survey your staff. What do they want? Now, if you haven't, let me know in the comments right now, have you already done your summer scheduling? Have you already released summer? I should have started with that. I want to know, where are you at in your summer planning? Because I actually do have some clients who have already released their summer schedule and their summer camps to their families. They, they actually do that in December. So, okay, not yet, working on it. Okay, perfect. So it's not too late. Summer can still be a success, I promise you. But it starts with the first thing. What do you want? Now, survey your staff. A, what do they want? What would bring them joy? What would excite them during the summer? Okay. And I say you, then staff. And I say it in that order for a reason. Obviously, it's your business and you get to decide. But the second piece is, happy staff equals retention, equals excited students, right? So I might have like a different stance on things, but like I hold my staff higher than my customers. And the reason I say that in the order of things, it's like me, which maybe sounds selfish. I don't know, but I don't really care. It's me, it's my staff, and then we're going to talk about the next thing. You're releasing summer mid-February to current families, but it's just me right now, so nobody is surveyed but myself. Then that takes off step number 2 for you. And Chrissy, same thing. But what do you want? Right? And then you create from there. So if it's only you and you're a solopreneur, that's totally fine, right? It actually gives you even more flexibility. But what do you want? And then, yes, if you have staff, they are the next step. What do they want? What would excite them? Right? And then how do we take that into consideration as we move forward? Now, you might have been seeing a lot of questions start to pop up inside of different Facebook groups, like asking about summer and what camps do you do and all of those sort of things. And this is, if you have been in business for more than a year, okay, and you have current clients, people do sometimes call me crazy, but I've been called worse things. So sometimes people call me crazy, but the third thing that you should do is survey your parents. Now, I'm going to preface this, right? This is not them deciding on what you offer. This is getting their input on what they would love to see. Now, when we survey our parents, you can ask those questions like, what are you looking for this summer, right? Do you need, would you prefer 3-day, half-day camp options? Would you prefer 5-day, you know what I mean? Like a full-time camp? Would you prefer normal classes in the evenings and we just continue forward? What are you looking for this summer in terms of continuing your child's A, dance education, and B, offering a place for them in the event that maybe you work full time, you have to know your demographic. And so start with your own parents. They should be the easiest to sell to and the easiest to get feedback from, right? And then because they are your ideal people, they should be your ideal parents. Then you start with that, and then you can pull in other ideal parents who are like them and have the same needs as them. Now, let's make another thing clear. When we ask our parents for this feedback, not everyone's going to respond, and that's okay. You don't need all 200 parents to respond or all 50 parents. You don't need everyone to respond. The reality is that not everybody will. There are a lot of people who actually don't know what they need. There's a lot of people who are very non-committal at this point in society. And so they don't necessarily know, so they might not answer. You will also have parents who tell you, oh, I would love to see Monday through Friday, full day, whatever. And so you're like, oh, okay, we have someone who needs that. So we're going to do that. And then they don't sign up for summer and you're like, what the heck, right? So this is why I'm saying, do not base your offerings only on survey of parents. Your offerings start with you. What do you want? If you have staff, what does your staff love to see? And then your parents are the third piece of the data to kind of start to formulate what it is that you want to offer. I have other clients who camps actually don't work for them in their community because of their specific situations inside their facility. It just doesn't work, right? And so we have to get creative about, okay, well, then what do your parents want? And what we found is her parents want regular classes. They want intensives for the older dancers, right? So what is it that your families actually want? And so take that to heart, right? Take it to heart because it gives you that jumping off point. But you have to be clear first about what do you want? What does your staff want? And then what are your parents telling you that they would love to see, right? That information is power. Information is how we move forward. It is asking your parents is market research. It's market research. Okay. Also, my friends, okay, beautiful. I mean, not beautiful. They can't do summer camps, Brooke, but I totally get it. So you get to decide, what do you want to do, right? And then you got to lean into it. And the right people will come to what you're offering if you are super clear on what you want, why you're doing, what's the intention, right? What's in it for them. We got to be clear on what's in it for them. And then having something that is totally going to be, awesome and a great success. Okay. So those are the three things that's like, step A of planning for summer. Now, I'm going to tell you that there's a lot more to say about summer. And my team and I decided we are going to be hosting a free workshop. The Sizzling Summer Camps. We are going to be hosting a workshop, the Sizzling Summer Camps, February 9th, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. If you would like all the details on how to join us for that free workshop, just drop the word hot. Drop the word hot, and we will get you all the information for you to join us at that free masterclass. Now, that free workshop, we are going to share with you what are going to be the top themes this summer, what are best practices when it comes to age groups, right? What do you need to consider that you might not think about if you decide to do full day camp options? Y'all, it's something that you cannot overlook. So we're going to share that with you. And we are going to let you know what do you need to do to make those fire and sold out like that. So we're going to go through all the top themes for all the different age groups. We are going to tell you what we see the trends are, what our clients are doing and are selling out. We're going to share that all with you February 9th at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. So if you love more information, drop the word hot below. And as soon as we release the registration for that, we'll reach out to you. We'll get you the link and you can register for free. Okay. So that is coming up, Sizzling Summer Camps. Sizzling. All right. So my friends, we hope that you will join us for that. Like hot, 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 sun, hot. Okay. I'm on one today, y'all. Okay. Looking for some hot stuff. Okay. This morning, story time, because I can't help myself. This morning, my daughter, has her Stanley Cup, and she's getting in, she's putting ice in her Stanley Cup. And she goes, ice, ice, baby. And then I started singing and dancing, right? I'm like, stop, collaborate, and listen. And she's like, Mom, not everything warrants you stopping and singing and dancing. I'm like hell it does. Right? Like, have you not met me? Have I not been your mother for the last 11 years of your life? This is not new. Uh, you know, she was just having a little bit of a moment this morning, but that's fine. So anybody else? Anybody else break out into song and dance whenever they feel the need call? I do. Anyway, so okay, so we will be having the sizzling summer camps February 9th, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Y'all are going to leave with the top themes of the summer that you don't want to miss. Things you need to think about when you are crafting your offers. And if you are, this is perfect for those of you who said you are going to be releasing mid-February, because it's going to give you all the little last pieces, all the little details of like, oh my gosh, yes, this is what I need to do. So we'll be sharing that with you February 9th, and just drop the word hot below if you'd like more information. Okay, my friends. So the beginning of all of this is, what do you want? Let's just do a little recap here. Summer success starts now. And the way it starts for you, if you want sold out summers, if you want to get off the cash flow roller coaster, if you are ready for your summer to be the best part of the year for you, that like preps you and feeds people into your season for the year, y'all, you need to start thinking about a few things. The first thing that you need to think about is, what do you want for you? That's number one, your top priority. You have to make the decision. What is it that you want? And then we start to craft offerings around that. The next thing we have to do is we have to survey our staff. What do they want? What excites them? What will they get fired up about that they cannot help but share with everybody that they know? Are they a total Swiftie and they're like, oh my gosh, you have to come to Taylor Swift camp because I get to teach it. We're going to do bracelets. We're going to do choreography. We're going to make backstage passes. We're going to do all these little things. And they are so excited about it that they cannot help you but sell for you, right? But what does your staff want? Survey them, because what they want matters. It's important. Okay. And then, yes, survey your families. What are they looking for? What are their needs this summer? If you say, I'm only going to offer a 3-hour morning camp, and your demographic are 2 working parents, and how would they possibly get their kiddo to and from you? You're going to be disappointed because you're not going to sell out your camps, because your demographic says otherwise. So we have to look at what are the needs of your community, right? And that's where surveying your parents comes into play, okay? And when we stack all 3 of those things together, we can create offers that are exciting for you, for your community, and that make your summer feel like a huge success. And the last piece that I want to put on there is I want you to really define, what does success mean for you this summer? Does success equal not teaching a single summer camp myself and having only my staff do it? That's success to me. Is that what success is? You need to define success when it comes to your summer sessions, right? Does success equate to, camps or having 80% of my spots filled? That equals success to me. Is it, Erin, running at a 47% profit margin? I don't know why I picked 47%. That's kind of a random number, but a good number. But anyway, is that what equates success? How do you define success? Right? So that's first, because as we talked about earlier, a success for me personally right? It's me not having, me being able to take the summers off. When I get to that place, I'm like, oh, it's going to be good, right? When I get there again. So define what success means to you, because you and I can have very different ideas of what success means for ourselves, right? Success might be, hey, I have actually saved enough money throughout the season. I've created a separate summer savings account, right? And I don't actually have to be open during the summers because my families all leave. They all travel because they want to get the heck out of Dodge. They're gone most of summer. Summers are abysmal, but I always feel like I have to do something summer because that cash flow roller coaster. But what if, no, between now, and summer, you have a separate savings account that we do the math and you say, okay, these are my overhead basic operating expenses. I still have to pay the rent. I still have to pay for PG&E. I still have, right? Even though it won't be as high because your doors will be closed majority of the time. But like, what does that look like? And then, hey, I don't have to be open for summer. That would be success for me. But if I want to, or we want to use summer strictly for our comp teams and doing choreography for all over, get our solos all done. Like, what would make your heart sing, my friends? And then create a plan to do that. And if you need help, we're here to help, my friends. Y'all know that. We're here to help. I love creating plans for people. I'm a planner, right? And helping you look at what's your big goal, and then let's reverse engineer it. Yeah? Okay, my friends. So let me know in the comments, who is ready to have the best summer yet? Whatever that means to you, right? So define what that means to you. Are you ready for a successful summer? I am. Okay. I'm on one. Okay, my friends, I'm going to leave you there. I hope that you have a fantastic day, and I will see you. Will I be here? I will. I will see you next Wednesday for another episode of the Aaron Bird Live Show, where you get a little song and dance every time you join. And you come and watch. I will be here for another episode. Next week, I actually will have a guest with me on the show. So y'all want to tune in. It's going to be so good. We're going to be having a discussion about, what can happen in just a year. It's going to be really exciting. So I'm going to leave you there. I hope you have a fantastic week, my friends. And I will see you all next week for another episode of the Aaron Bird Live Show, where we dive into business strategy, mindset, tips and tricks, and really a little fun and hopefully some joy, and where we celebrate the wins and the decisions made. I'm going to leave you there. Have a fantastic week, my friends, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye, guys.